Okay, y'all, Red Randy back. Fixing to get started cutting on this thing here. I think what I'll do first is I'll trim this where I got it along the line here, right up next to those spot weld holes. I'm gonna cut it on a 45 right here and then trim it along the back side of this latch mount. Do the same on the other side, cut it. And get done with that, get that cut off. I'm gonna take this tail pan here, or not tail pan, but the trunk pan, and I'm gonna trim it right along the edge of this corner right in here. And I'll probably have to trim and cut and trim and cut, get it fitting just right. But I'm gonna cut that off, and then I'll take the cross brace that goes up under here and I'll clean it, get everything prepped, make sure everything's fitting right, and you'll start putting this stuff in. We'll see how it goes. I got a plan. It should work out, but we'll see. All right, I'll bring y'all back in a minute. I'm gonna start cutting. Okay, yeah, I got this thing, I got it cut off, and we got to do a little trimming in these corners on both sides, but I just kind of want to sneak up on it and get it tucked up into that corner right there pretty even all the way around, get it up in there. And I'll overlap it like that. After I weld this to the brace under there, I'll put this on and weld this in that corner. Alright, well I'm gonna I'm gonna grind and fit, grind and fit, grind and fit, and just ease up on it and get it fitting good, and I'll bring y'all back and show y'all what I got. See y'all in a little while. Okay y'all, Red Randy back. Just thought I'd show y'all what I got done with this thing here. You know, last little segment I told you I was going to try to sneak up on it and get it fitting good and everything. So that's a slow process right there. It is for me. And with aftermarket parts, you really got to take your time and you know, just be patient with it, and it'll come together. What I did with this thing is I put this brace in here, and I drilled me 2 little holes and put screws in it right here, and you know, I lined it up, and on the back side I lined it up so that it would, you know, fit just right, and I wouldn't have the lip on the inside under there hanging over too much. Put it in the best place I thought. Well, then I laid this piece up there, and I couldn't get it to fit. I couldn't get it to go all the way up in the corner like I wanted it to. I'd push it up there, it would jack it all up. I got to looking, and you know, so I pull this back, and I pull this back this way, drill 2 more holes, and well, pushed it in, drilled 2 more holes, and tried it. Then I was short, it wasn't working right. So anyway, I got to looking at it, and the first 2 holes I drilled, I figured that they were probably closer to being right. I just had another problem, something wasn't right. So I readjusted it, put it in the first 2 holes I drilled, and then I got to looking up under here where I put this brace on, this piece on here, on this brace. I got to looking at it, and these little pieces sticking out right here, they were squared off more on both sides. And then I got to looking in here, and you can see where it had been rubbing right there. That was my problem. I couldn't get it pushed up in there far enough because that one little section right there was riding on both sides. So I rounded it off, and now I got this thing fitting good. And like I said, it takes a while to do that, get it right. But I got it fitting good. It should I should be able to weld right up in that corner, and you won't be able to see it that much. It'll be pushed up in there. If I can get it up in there, and it'll fit pretty good. And I got my bolt holes here about center of the mounts. Whenever I put the little rubber mounts up under here, these bolts are about center of the hole, which is right, which is, you know, nice to have it like that. You got a little bit of play in those rubber mounts, but not much. But anyway, I've got it now to where I can close the trunk, put this tail pan piece here on, and yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take it back apart, take this brace out from under here, get all that black paint off, clean everything up real good, and put some etch primer on it, and all the places that I'm gonna be welding, like the little tabs here and that kind of thing. I'm gonna clean those off. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna do spot welds on that thing, how I'm gonna weld everything together. I've got to mark this up under here and drill holes on the top side to spot weld this to that brace. And anyway, there's a lot to think about when you go do these things like this. You don't want to back yourself in a corner and start putting it together and then you hadn't drilled your holes for your spot welds, or you hadn't cleaned a certain spot off. Because believe me, you leave that black paint on there and you try to weld through it, it's gonna have a messy weld. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take it apart, start grinding, cleaning, spraying some X primer on it, and then I'll come back and we'll start tacking these pieces in. I'm gonna do it a little on this brace up under here. The way I'm gonna do it is almost just, you know, tack it in a few spots, and you know, then test everything, check everything again, make sure it hadn't, you know, gotten out of shape or out of whack again, and then I'll go with this piece right here, start putting it in. But anyway, I want to make sure it's fitting good and working right. All right, well, I'm gonna go and get started grinding and I'll come back. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, y'all. It's like my toolbox exploded in here. Yep. All right, I got this cleaned off, and it took me forever to get this lip here clean, but there's so many little bends and curves and stuff in it. But I found a few problems that I'm going to fix. Right here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a crack right around the edge of that spot weld hole. Then there's a crack right there. So I'll have to weld that up whenever I put that panel in. I have to mark it and remember to patch it. And then over here, I got a little hole that came through right there on this panel here. There's a little bit of rust in there, a few little holes. I might just cut that out and see how far my that dog leg, if it goes back that far, it might catch all this right here. I'll have to wait and see, but I'll have to fix that for sure. But the rest of it looks pretty good. Got it clean up under the bottom of the lip. I got it, wire brushed it, got it clean. I'm gonna Scotch-Brite this thing off all over. And put some X primer on it. And this thing here on these ends, I got them little tabs. I cleaned them off too, because they'll weld to this. I put them up in here, and they got them to, you know, bend them and got them to where they fit good up in there. Anyway, it's slow, and I'm slow too, I guess. I don't like to rush through nothing and miss something or skip something, or, you know, and have to cut it and redo it. But I'll go ahead and get all this cleaned up. I'll prime it, get everything that I'm going to weld on clean and primed, and then my next video, that's what I'll do, is I'll be putting this stuff together. It'll be ready to go then. So anyway, I'm gonna let that be it. Probably clean up the shop, clean my mess up again. But I think I'm pretty close to the 500 subscriber mark, and just want to let everybody know that everybody that subscribes and watches my videos, I appreciate all of y'all. Really helps out. I'm looking for that 1,000, and I'm looking at maybe doing some kind of a giveaway, but I'll fill y'all in on that and let you know I'm thinking about building something, making something, and you know, whenever I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, take those 1,000 subscribers, random pick a name, and they'll win the piece that I decided to build and give away. But I'll let y'all know, I'll put something together. I'll let y'all see it, let y'all comment, see what you think about it. But anyway, I appreciate all y'all. Y'all give me a like, leave me a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It'll sure help me out. I appreciate it. See y'all next time.